Don Don, watch that nigga, Don Don. Keep your eyes on. Oh, they got us an 88, baby. Woo-hoo. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on it. Yeah, you gotta watch that boy every time I play him. Till they take it off. I'm saving for mine, right? I'm saving for now as we speak. Don Digley. Where you at, Don Digley? Where the eyes at, Don Digley? Where you at, Don Digley? Keep your eyes on that boy. Bebo gonna throw it up there, dog. What you waiting on? We'll wait till he see it. We'll wait till he see it. Damn. Right damn, Gucci. Ocean spray juice. Juice. You in that, Don Don? Alright. Damn. Drink till I'm drunk till I'm high. I'm fly. Damn. Damn, sellout.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels.
Don Don, you stay over there. You don't move, Don Don. You don't move. You don't move, Donnie Brasco. You stay over there, Brasco.
Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. That'll be taken in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign.
Hold on, we gotta make sure everybody right, man. Don't press no Bebo. Don't be trying to cheat now, nigga. Make sure everybody where they supposed to be, cause ain't nobody over here. I could have juiced you, but I ain't gonna juice you. All right, everybody in their right place. Come on, Bebo. Damn.
There as his guys will get it at the 25.
Gotta go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
13. 11. 13.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Monday.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Watson has it right side. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 30 yards. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it up and through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Our ball. Louis. 76, tell him. 76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
12.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tight end right. Shell. 11. Check.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Super one. Switch.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Super one. 76, tell him. 76.
To the air again. Goff. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield, confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected, but they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees to Mike Thomas, and that has worked very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas, and we talked about that win over the Rams, never forget going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas. Channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's swinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. On first and 10, here's Breeze. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
Easy, kill.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now, the Los Angeles Rams, they continue to be a great story this season. A solid team. That wonderful start, although they did lose Week 9, obviously, to New Orleans. So the 72 Dolphins celebrated again.
Yeah, they got a chance to hug it out and still be the last team to go undefeated in modern football. 17-0 that team was, but let's face it, no one shedding any tears for the Rams after that loss to New Orleans. They still have weapons galore on offense, a stout defensive front led by Aaron Donald, leading their division. They're aiming for the playoffs, and as all their moves in the offseason and during the season, picking up Dante Fowler Jr. to rush the passer, they're shooting for the Super Bowl.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
5. Tiger.
Goff on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Two. Let him. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
Breeze now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! Here we go.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And an alley to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
14. Let's go.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. A deep ball for Gurley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
5. Starting left here. Maverick.
Out of the gun. Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. From the 50, it's gone. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Alex Okafor in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. 3rd and long. It's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11. 21.
On first down, Breeze going deep here for Bryant, and that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Monday. Coming to you. 12.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
We got ready. Yellow waiting. Check. 11.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara.
Good shit, y'all. Good one, y'all. Good one, y'all.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Shell. 76, tell him. 76. 76. DC.
On second down, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, lift. Orange.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Down Rams. Robert Woods, 60 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Let's go, y'all!
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past to the 22-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Solo ducking.
Now Breeze throwing on second down.
Catch the ball! No!
It brings up third.
We're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I gotta get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
Fumble that goddamn ball, man.
The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Breeze. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze.
Good shit, y'all.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go deep down the left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. 21. Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Good D, boy.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Brockers
Give up 3, y'all.
in there to drop him, and
Y'all out there
back-to-back
playing like
sacks
D.
now bring up 4th and long.
Shit.
Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Go, y'all.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Lutz's kick
give up
is
only
good.
3, y'all.
And they have
Shit.
taken the lead
Good
here in
D.
the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Got four down. We're good. 14. Super 66. Check. Let's go, 12. Let's go. Jester.
To throw is Goff. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
76. Super 66.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Fucking pick, y'all.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. It's Carr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a play fake. Breeze.
I just told y'all what they needed to do. God damn.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hold on to 3, y'all.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late. Watch 21. 21. Hey, here we go. Kill. Got it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through.
All right, y'all. Ball in y'all hands, man.
It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Hey, lift. Hard ball.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Super 66. Not 180. 12. 11. Hard ball.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Listen. Five.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Let's go!
He's got it.
Woo!
Brandon Cooks, 46 yards. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Zerline now for the PAT.
Oh, y'all.
Very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time.
Good D!
They want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
11. Get that quarterback. Get on. 11.
Back to throw. Bryant with a catch
D.
right side. 6 yards is the
D,
pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Good D!
This is going to be
1D, y'all.
This defense
1D, y'all.
showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just
1D, y'all.
It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one.
Good, let's go! Let's go!
With such
Woo!
and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Goes it on. 180. That's it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Look at T, no sweat. Down, nigga, 14, nigga, I'm gone. Nigga, gone. Woo!
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about it.
Go, let's go, Bebo. Let's run it back, baby. Let's go.
But it was fun, wasn't it?
Woo!
Both teams finding ways to
Come back.
And you know people who love
Down 1. Hold them to a field goal. Let's go. They don't see that in the stats. Woo! Yeah. He gave me too much respect. Woo! Woo!
That'll do it for us. For Charles
Woo!
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, Bebo. Let me take that crown off your head.
At EA Madden.
Woo!
The Rams are victorious.
Let me take the crown off your head. Kneel down to the king. Woo! Let's go, y'all. We'll never be in no phone. Let's go. Woo! This should be a Super Bowl. Shit.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty.
Let's go, y'all.
This racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I write my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me. Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little am I looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq and
Let's go, y'all.
back up on the backboard.
Shout out my small partner, Jumbo.
Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, black
Shout out my small partner, Jumbo.
moody. All these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you sane. How I give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby the kind of
Come on, y'all. I need y'all to tighten up for me, man. Ain't no way we got a battle back, man.
peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I'll avenge you. Both of our five fin you.
Come on, y'all. We taking the crown, y'all. He ain't up on everybody. Let's go.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
Tell him again, Solo.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to... about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, it's Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
He will not take that.
It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards.
Nigga, I forgot y'all.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to
That
do
play over
because
with,
you usually
keep
have a
playing,
safety
T.
or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a
That play
loss
over
of
with,
a
keep
yard
playing,
there,
T.
and now second
Fuck
down.
that play. Oh well.
play action. Now Breeze.
Let's go.
This ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by John Jones.
Let's go.
And he's able to get it back.
Shit, ain't give me no picks last game, man.
Certainly not how they envisioned.
Brought me out.
Opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Merlin! Shell! Tiger!
Damn. I'm gonna fuck that play up. Fuck it.
After the interception, here's Goff.
I knew it.
Traffic and it's intercepted.
I knew it.
Picked off by Von Bell.
I knew
and his
it.
guys will
Should've
take
sent him the
over
other way.
at the 30-yard
My fault,
line.
child.
Looking for Woods that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
That is not what you're supposed to do with that team.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Check!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Good D.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy!
They'll give it to him up the
Good
middle.
D.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Good
Here's Kamara.
Good D. Hold him. No.
End zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play
Yeah,
there.
right there,
Taking it
man.
in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early
Y'all
lead.
fucking right there,
And
man.
it's good as the Saints
Like,
have
we
a
don't get
7-0
no more
lead.
right there than right there.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Yeah,
And last
get
time,
no closer
one
than
play
right
interception.
fucking
So
there.
this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Listen.
From the gun, here's Goff. And
That was a
incomplete
fucking ball.
there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch,
Look
but
like you
real
can't
difficult
hold my
to hold
goddamn
on to it
ball
because
for a
it was
dog.
contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
We go, 76.
Goff now looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, had to force the field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this one
I don't
goes
give no fuck about that
Losing
game.
yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Give me that.
And he fires one.
Give me that.
Intercepted.
Little teasy.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Let's go.
A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so
Take it to the
much in
second quarter, y'all.
and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention.
Get in there. Get in there. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
Todd Gurley.
Let's go, y'all.
From a yard away. And the Rams are for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying the left side with Kamara.
Knock his motherfucking head off his shoulder.
And it'll be 2nd and very
That's
short.
my fault, y'all.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
That's my
No,
fault.
not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Get in front of him and take that shit. I ain't mad at you. Just get in front of him and take that shit.
Breeze
Get in
now,
front of
3
him.
out of 5 since taking
And
over
take
as he's
that
given his
shit.
guys a 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is caught
Hey,
at
y'all.
the 8. 23 yards
This where it
on
get
the
real
play.
at down here, y'all.
Cool under pressure right
Let's
there,
get it.
escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable
I wanna put
getting
them
outside of
on.
the pocket
No,
that
I
they'll
ain't
do
gonna
it on
put them in
purpose. It
there.
doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it
That's good,
affects the
though.
defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Out left side here to
What's
Bryant.
wrong with us?
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Breeze again. Now he's forced out right.
Good
And
D.
he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Matt Longacre able to drop him for a loss of 4. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Play action. Breeze eluding the pressure right. And he's got
That's
it.
what y'all gonna do.
Touchdown, Saints. Dez Bryant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, able to get it to them.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives.
Get him down, Peasy.
Very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
They won't let me take off. A little bit.
First down, it's gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, Charles, the trade deadline obviously is now passed. So you look back at the number of guys that went different places. Which trade caught your eye the most?
Well, there are a few of them, and they all had one thing in common as far as I could tell. They're all made with the idea of that team winning big this year. Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix from Green Bay to Washington. Washington in first place at the time when they make the trade. They're thinking about winning their division and advancing in the playoffs, getting more help in the secondary. How about Golden Tate going from Detroit to Philadelphia? The Eagles trying to defend their Super Bowl championship, adding a receiver for Carson Wentz. Eli Apple from the Giants to New Orleans. They're thinking about not just defending the NFC South, but maybe having to play the LA Rams again in the playoffs with another corner, and Amari Cooper.
Woo! Let's go! You heard what Don Peasy said? Let's go!
Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are in for
Shut up, nigga. We got on yellow.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 20. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield for Dez. That's caught at the 25. Give him 30
That's what y'all gonna get him mad.
The Saints gonna call the first of their
They won't let me
timeouts
jump and get
as
the
they stop
pick.
it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They fake the give. Here's Breeze.
Give me that.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard. Y'all, let's go talk about it on the grease board, y'all. Catch the fucking ball. If y'all there, turn around and catch the fucking ball. Damn. Y'all fucking nerd. Catch the fucking ball. Shit.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Under 10. Hey, lift.
Goff on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Xerox. Listen. We're good. Tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Cut. Black 20. Value 3. 17.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Hey, lift. 12. 5.
Out of the gun. Goff going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Wow, my nigga.
Out, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Orange.
Here comes carry number 10.
Nobody blocks him, huh?
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
76. Hardball. Tiger. Dula. Hardball. 12.
3rd and long. It's gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Goff looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, oftentimes when we get a chance to talk league-wide, we go offensive. We don't get a lot of defensive talk. But let's talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about him, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with him. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what we thought he would do, chasing down quarterbacks. And Dante Action Jackson out of LSU with Carolina really knows how to ball hawk and take the ball out of the air and take it the other way.
Well, you were ready for that. That's a good list of defensive rookies right there.
Give me that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
My user just as deadly as yours, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
They're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense
My
and
user
say,
just as deadly as he is.
Maybe we should look at the defense
Fuck,
and
he
just give
thought.
them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. Here we go. 76. Jester.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last
Damn.
drive. To throw.
Get his ass golf.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought?
Yeah.
That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills
That's
back
my
there.
fault.
Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost them.
All right, y'all.
But they can't
Settle
afford
in.
to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
12. Super 66.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Come on,
y'all.
y'all.
It's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He ain't want number some short out this play, y'all. Y'all know that. Some short. I got
so
you
after
running
the
back.
INT, it's Breeze.
He ain't want number some short, y'all. We already know what the fuck he trying to do.
Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Easy.
So that'll back him up 5. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze.
Number
He
some
hits
short,
his
y'all.
target, left
I
side,
told you.
Watson.
Good D, y'all.
They'll wind up
Good
getting
D.
10
We'll give him
back
that
as
all day.
sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake. Breeze. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
I'm close, y'all.
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right.
Good D!
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum able to get in and run him down for one loss of 15 yards.
Good D. Come on, y'all.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Obama.
Time to establish the run game here.
Go
Gurley.
to the outside, girl.
About 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Damn, they want me to go
for it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
76. Starting left here.
They're running with Gurley. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Kamara, and he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
21, 21.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
36. 12. Let it.
Now they'll throw with Breeze.
Good D, y'all.
And that one goes incomplete.
Good
He's maybe
fucking
lucky
D,
it wasn't a
y'all.
fumble as he got hit as he threw
Up
it.
in there.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I
Watch
think if
that
you got a
comeback
guy
route,
with
y'all.
wheels, it could be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
26, let it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back knocked to the ground. It's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They run it again with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Kamara. And this play will be blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 38. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The busy night continues for Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demario Davis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
12. Louis. Hardball. Value 1. Super 66.
He's back to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
5. Here we go, Salah. 180. 76. Tell him. 76. 76.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
12. 12. 12. 12. 12.
Now Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And 1 second remains. They just do spike it in time.
They treated me so bad, Solo.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 5. Hard ball, hard ball. Hey, 5. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
One last throw here for Goff. And it's caught.
That nigga gonna come back.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in
That
your
nigga
home
come
facility.
back.
No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Shit, come on, nigga. You was over there so scared, nigga. You better shut up, boy. You was so scared. That's cool. Let's break this tiebreaker. Some bullshit, man. Y'all gonna play me like that? Cello watching me, nigga. Don watching you. This time steady talking about cuz, nigga. Bring your ass. I should have made his ass go back in the end zone. That's my fault.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there and about...
No, I don't. I got to win, too. You want... Boy, you only 2 games up. Okay, you not up on everybody. No, I ain't got to do nothing but tied up. Nigga, if I'm tied with you, you ain't up on everybody. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Man, if I'm tied up with you, you ain't up on nobody, man. Let's get it. I don't care what you talking about. Ah, yup, you right. Yup, okay. Yup, okay.
He's going to have a first down.
Okay, right, yeah, you right. Yeah, that's all I do. Okay.
So they come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Man, Don P, they let y'all off the hook.
58, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Check, check, check.
They let y'all off the hook, Don P.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is
They
met
let
at
y'all
the
off the
line of
hook,
scrimmage,
please.
and he goes down right there.
Curtis Jackson?
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Who is Curtis
He had a
Jackson?
great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
21, 21. 12.
Breeze to throw on second down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Nah, he ain't do all that, fool. Don't be stupid.
On first down, Breeze.
What the fuck is he going backwards for, man? You need to come forward.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine. Into the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans.
Don P, go in his broadcast, Don P.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening
No,
drive.
just go in here, because I don't know if Don even watching him. Just go in here. He might be. I was just taking a wild guess. Before you get on. You ain't the only one watching me. I got 3 motherfuckers in here.
Will Lutz on for the point after.
You
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
you in there, Don P?
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Man, I'm not talking to
This
you.
is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. 14. 14. Super 66.
From the gun, here's Goff. And it pops free.
Oh,
The
the
collision
fucking
there.
ball,
The
Comp.
ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points
The
out of this
fucking
drive?
ball,
Well,
Comp.
they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Yes, sir. Hey, 5. Hey, 5.
They are going for it.
Go pass interference, Ralph.
And an alley to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's so much pass interference.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead.
9-14.
I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play that time for the Rams. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Starting left here. Value 1.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
To throw is gone. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
What you say that boy look like?
And Zerline's
Dog pound. What the fuck?
On the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
It sound like it. It sound like you happy.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
That ain't how it go, fool. That ain't how it go. Probably next week.
Again, this is Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play action. Breeze. And he couldn't hang on
Good
to
shit,
it through
dude.
the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure
Well,
his
I
guy can
bet your
hold on to the
old,
football. So I don't
I
see
bet
anything
your
that
old
warrants a
lady
flag.
call
I'm
you
with
so
you. There was
many
contact,
stupid,
but
dumb
I'm happy they kept
motherfuckers.
that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Damn, you over there smoking too? You brownie, really brownie. You really brownie.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position.
So he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hell, you won. Starting left here. Do up.
Yeah, you can do it. Put your back into it.
Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On the ground, Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
4 down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
21.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Kill. Ready for set.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like
What
they
up,
have.
bro? What up?
Breeze now on first down. Pressure
Huh?
applied, and he's going to be taken down. They
You
sack
still
him
at
back
work?
at the 33-yard line. Ndamukong Suh
Oh.
able to get in there and drop it for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
You stupid, dude.
Hey, two.
Snap comes in 1, and now Breeze. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 1:59 to go
Say, what
in
happened?
the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Yeah, I can hear you now. You say what? What was negative? Huh? Oh. You want to see if your baby was pregnant? You know that pussy. You know how that pussy get.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's going to be taken down here.
What's that?
A sack back at the 32. And now the Rams are going to haul
We get a
things
truck
as they
in
run a
tomorrow?
timeout. It's just their first, so they'll
Who
have
you
2
talking about? By
remaining
yourself?
here before we get to halftime.
What time you get off? 10?
And Lutz's kick is good.
What time
And
you get
they
off?
will
10?
stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line,
You should have told that nigga
bit,
fuck
forced the
him.
field goal.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do
You
better.
should have told that
I
nigga
want to see if
fuck
they want to
him.
go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I would have told that nigga, man, fuck you. I ain't doing nothing. Is you stupid?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Huh?
And now running right through it. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
What that mean?
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
Well, that was a simple throw
So?
and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
12. Hey, 5.
Here's Goff, and that is incomplete.
You
Not
should have
only
told
was
that
the
nigga
call
kiss your
spot on,
ass.
How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Super 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, lift!
Back to throw, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Woods, the intended receiver.
All right, child, we got to come out second half and talk about this shit.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, y'all. We got to come out and get it.
For the first half, 2 more
He scored 14 one half. I can't score 14 one half.
After the break.
I win the game,
welcome
yeah.
you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
You're right.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Oh, shit.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Well, you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Merlin!
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Goff now looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, we got a second here. Let's do an MVP check-in right now at this point in the season. Is Patrick Mahomes your headliner?
He is for me. Look, 2nd year playing, 1 start as a rookie, and what he's done so far, it's been absolutely spectacular. Magnificent consistency. Hasn't had any real dips. Now, before the season, you know I was focused in on Todd Gurley, and he continues to power the Rams' attack. He has to be in the conversation. Drew Brees, how many incompletions does he throw per game? 1 or 2? It's unbelievable with his accuracy. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and wins big games. Phillip Rivers with a strong second half could get into the conversation, but keep a real eye on the NFC South. Matt Ryan ahead of his MVP pace of 2016. Cam Newton in Carolina, if they end up winning that division, you better take a hard look at him.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got room. Oh, some strong running. He's still barreling through. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here.
All right, now, Solo, you know your stick fucked up.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going,
You're
you're excited to see those points
shit.
go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on second down is gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's gone. First, and now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a
Good game,
stop.
man.
Expand their lead here. They've
This
got
shit over with. Good game. It just broke me out.
the football as we start the 4th. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Man, they broke me out.
Running with Kamara. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't